Stop these things if you're trying to heal your PCOS. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here today. I got the cell phone out today because I have a lot of gems that I want to drop for y'all, but I don't want to forget them. So my handy dandy cell phone is right here. So if I look down, that's why. So I want to share with you a few things that I learned in my journey through healing PCOS. And I want to tell you the things that I think you need to stop doing so you can finally heal your PCOS and potentially get pregnant if that is your goal, or just restore fertility, get your period back, just feel better, improve your mood. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, I want to help you along that journey. So if this sounds like something you would like to hear more about, stick around. The first thing that I did that I felt like was the quickest way for me to start seeing quick changes in my body and just how I feel was to swap out the tampons and pads that I was using. So one thing about it is that I just stopped using tampons. It's just not my thing. It's not my jam. I would feel really sick when I use this, so I just don't use it. But in terms of pads, I made sure that I started to go for organic cotton pads. And let me tell you the change that I saw. One of the things that I saw immediately was that the level of pain that I was having every month drastically dropped. Like the pain, the excruciating pain that I used to have every single month, like the debilitating, can't go to work, can't function, can't get out of bed pain, started to decrease a lot once I stopped using any old tampon or any old pads. I made sure I started going for organic pads, and just completely eliminated tampons because it just didn't work for me. So I'm going to make sure that everything that I list or everything that I found helpful, I'm going to link them in the description box. I'm also going to link an article that I wrote that kind of goes in depth into these topics over on my blog. I'll link it below. But the first thing I think you need to do is swap out those toxic pads and tampons for organic, clean products. Stop using deodorants that are killing you. So a lot of the deodorants out there just has so many chemicals in them that are disrupting our hormones. So some have traditional deodorants has parabens in it, something called triclosan. They have phthalates, fragrance, aluminum, chlorohydrate, and they also contribute to hormone imbalance, and they also increase our risk of cancer. So you want to opt for something that's a little bit cleaner. I will link an article below that kind of goes into depth with this, but there are apps that you can actually use to scan the products that you're using. It will tell you how toxic they are so you can make cleaner choices. I'm also going to leave down some deodorants that I found helpful. Some of them are hit or miss. Some of them you gotta use more than once a day. And I was willing to use them more than once a day just so I didn't have to use toxic deodorants. So some of these things are give and take. I'm not saying any of these changes are going to be easy, but I'm saying some of these changes may actually get you one step closer to whatever goal you have for your health. So I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to leave some links below for some of the deodorants that I've tried that I think are helpful. And if you want me to, go into those and show you some of the ones that I've used that have been helpful and tell you the pros and cons about them, go into the go below in the comment section and let me know, and I can make a future video about it because I've tried a lot. So I have something to say about a lot of the deodorants out there, and if you want my opinion, I can give it to you. But I'm gonna link a few that I think are helpful. So stay away from deodorants that just have those harsh chemicals in them, the traditional ones that are just not good for you. Because again, our skin is our largest organ, so we want to protect ourselves. The next thing that I think you need to swap out and just get rid of is just any regular sunscreen that you may be using. A lot of the sunscreens out there just has harsh chemicals that can actually disrupt our hormones if you have PCOS. So one of the things that I'll encourage you to do is look for products that have cleaner ingredients that isn't going to disrupt your hormones. One of the things we want to consider is the fact that our skin is the largest organ in our bodies, right? So because of that, we have to actually be careful about the things that we put on it. So just using your sunscreen, make sure you're opting for something that is a little less toxic. I'm not sure if there's something that's 100% clean, but if you find something that's a little bit cleaner than whatever you're using now, opt for it. I will link below some of the sunscreens that I found helpful that aren't as harsh that you may also want to look into and are just as effective. So it's important to get something that's effective, but please know that you can find cleaner products out there that aren't going to mess up your hormones or cause hormonal imbalance. So keep that in mind. Another thing that you need to stop doing is using any old plastic. Okay? When you are microwaving your food in the microwave, or you're putting your food in the microwave, don't use a plastic bowl. So a lot of times, a lot of these things that we're using, again, is messing with our hormone balance. It is causing us to take in chemicals that are disruptive to our systems. Some of these chemicals behave like estrogen, and they will go into our bodies and go to the estrogen receptors and attach to them, behaving like estrogen. So sometimes it seems as if you have excess estrogen in your body and everything is going crazy, whereas it's not even estrogen, it's just something that's behaving like estrogen because we've taken it into our bodies. So we want to be cognizant of that. So you want to be careful. So try to invest in a few glass containers so that the chemicals are not getting into your foods. And especially when you're putting stuff in the microwave, don't use plastic. Don't use any old plastic that's gonna like leach into your food. You want to be careful with that. I think that's a simple change that we can all start doing today. I know it's easier to just put something in the plastic and just, go about your day, but let's just take that one extra step as we're trying to heal our bodies. Yeah, so I encourage you to just get the right types of containers. And just because it says, what I've learned is that just because it says it's BPA free doesn't mean it's still safe for you, right? So just don't heat them. Make sure it's BPA free, yes, but it doesn't mean that it's the safest out there. So the less plastic that we can use generally, the better. But have I eliminated all plastic from my life? No. But I had to make a conscious decision to choose something else whenever possible. And the last thing that I think you need to stop doing is using non-clean products on your skin. Your skincare products, your body wash, your lotion, your body butter, your body scrubs. You want to make sure you're opting for something that does not have so many chemicals in them. Again, use one of these apps out there. I will link some if I can find them. I'll put them below that you can actually use to scan your products. Make sure that you are checking everything to make sure that you're not putting so much of a toxin load in your body. It is essential. So I made a lot of choices, conscious choices, when I was trying to heal myself. I changed the kind of deodorants I was using. As I mentioned earlier, I changed my skincare products. I changed my body wash, my body lotion, my body scrub. I changed everything because I felt like that was essential. I needed to start making those changes, and I actually started to feel better, right? So you want to make those changes ASAP so you can get better. You can start getting some relief from the pains and aches that we get from having PCOS. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button, subscribe, comment below. If there's anything that I talked about that you want me to go in depth about, let me know in the comments below, and just I'll make future videos about them. My goal is to be as helpful as I can be, as transparent as I can be, because I'm not going to tell you all my business, but I'll tell you the stuff that I think are helpful, right? So if there's something that you want to know a little bit more about, I'll let you know in future videos. So please leave a comment below. Feel free to click on the next video where I'm going to share with you more tips on how to heal your PCOS naturally.